Jai Sai Ram, Sri Sai Satcharitra, Chapter 32, Part 3. There are other schools where you see an altogether different spectacle. The disciples go there to seek knowledge and spend their money, time and labor, but ultimately they have to repent. The Guru there boasts of his secret knowledge and his straightforwardness. He makes a show of his sacredness and holiness, but he is not tender at heart. He speaks a lot and sings his own glory, but his own words do not touch the disciples' hearts, and they are not convinced. So far as self-realization is concerned, he has nothing. How can such school be of any use to the disciples, and how can they be benefited? The master mentioned above was of different type. By his grace, realization flashed upon me of itself. Without effort or study, I had not to seek anything, but everything became clear to me as broad daylight. The Guru alone knows how topsy-turvy suspension with head down and feet up can give happiness. Among the four, one was Karmartha, ritualistic, who knew only how to observe and abstain from certain rites. The second was Jnani, who was puffed up with pride of knowledge, and the third was Bhakta, who surrendered himself completely to God, believing that he was the sole doer. When they were discussing and arguing, the question of God turned up, and they, depending on their unaided knowledge, went in search of him. Sai, who was discrimination and dispassion incarnate, was one of the four, being himself Brahman incarnate. Some may ask, why did he mix with them and act foolishly? He did this for attaining the good of the public and setting them an example to follow. Though an incarnation himself, he respected a low Vanajari by accepting his food with a firm belief that food is Brahman, and showed how those who rejected Vanajari's hospitality suffered, and how it was impossible to get jnana without a guru. The Shruti, Taittiriya Upanishad, exhorts us to honor and worship mother, father, and preceptor, and to study, learn, and teach the sacred scriptures. These are the means of purifying our minds. And unless the purification is effected, self-realization is not possible. Neither the sense nor the mind and intellect reach the self. Modes of proof such as perception and interference will not help us in this matter. It is the grace of the Guru that counts. The objects of our life such as dharma, artha, kama are attainable with our efforts. But the fourth object, moksha, liberation, can only he had with the help of the Guru. In the Darbar of Sri Sai, many personalities appear and play their part. Astrologers come and give out their predictions. Prince, noblemen, ordinary and poor men, sannyasis, yogis, songsters and others come for darshan. Even a mahar comes, and making a johar, his salutation says, "This Sai is the Mai Bap, true parents, who will do away with our rounds of births and deaths." So many others such as jugglers, kondalis, the blind and the lame, nathpanthis, dancers and other players come and are given suitable reception. Biding his own time, the Vanajari also appeared and played the part assigned to him. Let us now revert to the other story. Fasting and Mrs. Gokhale. Baba never fasted himself, nor did he allow others to do so. The mind of the faster is never at ease. Then how could he attain his Paramartha? God is not attained on an empty stomach. First, the soul has to be appeased. If there is no moisture of food in the stomach and nutrition, with what eyes should we see God? With what tongue should we describe his greatness? And with what ears should we hear the same? In short, when all our organs get their proper nutrition and are sound, we can practice devotion and other sadhanas to attain God. Therefore, neither fasting nor overeating is not good. The moderation in diet is really wholesome both to the body and the mind. Jai Sai Ram. Jai Sai Ram.